Vlogging in 2025 is not just about picking up a camera and recording your day. If you're still doing that, you're falling behind. Today, I'm gonna show you how to vlog the right way. With a story within a story, repurposing content for every platform, and making sure your audience doesn't click away. Let's get into it like TurboTax. You need a story within a story. It's kind of like storyception. You might be wondering, Klaus, how do I do that? I'm not a story writer. I'm not an author. I'm not a writer in general. Well, guess what? Neither am I. But here's how I figured it out. Just watch your favorite TV or movie show. Movie show? That doesn't even make sense. TV and movies. And if you notice, there's always a deeper motive than what's happening on the actual screen. There's what you see, and there's the why. So this is what you can do. Plan out the topic you want to talk about. Have your notes app or a physical checklist to just keep for reference. And then record your day while you're talking about your topic. You might be asking, what does this do? And it creates those two, it creates those two separate storylines. The first one is what people see you doing on screen, and the second one is gonna be what they're hearing you talk about. And your video is gonna bring both of these two ideas together. That's the magic sauce. This will keep your audience engaged because that just gives them way more things to digest, and it gives your story and your video so many more layers than what they're just actually seeing on screen. Let's move on to the next thing, which is gonna be repurposing. The best way to grow your social media is obviously by posting on multiple platforms. My biggest tip would be filming in the native format you want to blow up in. So for me, that's going to be YouTube. So I'm going to be primarily focused on filming horizontally. Well, you might be asking, I want to do YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all the platforms, and I just want to increase my reach. Of course, man, I totally understand you. I'm in the same boat. So this is what you're gonna have to do. So obviously we know there are two different aspect ratios. There's gonna be 16:9 like you see here, and then 9:16. So these are gonna be two ways to overcome that problem if we're filming horizontally. So what we're gonna have to do is choose the vertical format and make our video fit the entire screen. And then we're gonna add blur to it, and we're gonna use that same exact clip as a second layer and put that on. So it's gonna look a little funky, but it still works. Now, the second way is gonna be a little bit more professional, but you're gonna need a high resolution camera. So we're gonna choose the vertical format again, and then we're gonna crop in all the way. But see how much sides it cuts off? So you're gonna have to remember when filming to make sure that your subject fits in between these lines. And if you don't know what they're called the rule of thirds, and you can turn them on pretty much any camera, even your phone. But now, you finally have content to post anywhere, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, I don't really know. I'm sure people post on Facebook, I don't, but yes, you have content everywhere. Look at these creators. Notice something?
Two things I learned from hosting a one-day.
The background and angles are always changing. Imagine if I made the whole video just me talking to the camera. That would suck. I'd feel like a lecture hall. I would want to exit that video as quick as possible. If you don't have B-roll and you want to try this changing background, here's how you can do it. All you need to do is press record, say a sentence, stop recording, pick up your camera and move it, and start the next sentence. To really sell the effect, what you're gonna have to do is either change the angle or change your distance as much as possible from the last shot. Here's a test run. If you're looking for the perfect vlogging camera, this might be it. This is the Sony ZV-1. Now, let's move on to the next thing. Choosing a niche. You don't need to choose a topic you want to stick to right away. You can have content pillars, which are like the top 3 things you like. And I know all this because I started out as an automotive YouTuber. But over time, I fell in more love with the process of making videos. Some things you just figure out by going through the process. I think the biggest thing too is the topic that you choose, it's gonna burn you out. Like if you like talking about fitness, you're gonna start honestly hating fitness. Maybe that's a little too extreme, but that's the only thing you're gonna be researching. That's the only thing you're gonna be filming, and the thing you're gonna be editing. So you better get used to it, and it better be something you love. So if you don't know where to start, I suggest having content pillars, which are like the top 3 things you really like. You know, that can be motivation, fitness, finance, or videography. Just choose 3 things, you know, kind of start like spitballing, start making videos, and honestly, no one's gonna notice the first 50 videos you make, so it doesn't even matter. After you choose your content pillars, find the top influencers in that niche on the platform you want to grow in. So now you kind of have everything, right? You have the formula almost. Now we're just missing that last bit, that cream on top. Good artist copy, great artist steal. In order to make the videos you want to make and ensure that they do well, find the creators you look up to. For me, that's gonna be Gaku, Raylan, and Peace. What you need to do is study their filming, study their editing, as well as their color grading. And if you're a beginner, literally copy it. And after a while, you're gonna figure out there's gonna be things that you don't like about their videos, and there's gonna be things you do like. What you're gonna do is find other creators and you're gonna pull from them. So you pull from this creator, get a little bit of them, put it in your bowl, and what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a mixture of everything that's influenced you, and it's gonna become your own style. And what's gonna happen is when you look at these other creators and you see the content that's worked for them, it's literally a roadmap for you, right? It makes the video that much more easier for you to make. And the one thing I really like about these modern vlogs today is just because of how cinematic and aesthetic they are. And the storytelling is next level. So guys, hopefully this video, you know, has inspired you or given you some tips to help you out on your next vlog and to make it, you know, that much better. But I would appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.